6:30 Mountain Standard Time. I know it's unexpected, but there's nobody here. Oh, hi, Jackie. Hi, loves. Constantina. Miss Lovely Lucy, Bella Rose. Hi, Denise. I know this is random. It's so random and unexpected, and isn't that the beauty of some of these things? Well, you got me, Jackie. I needed you too. Hi, Bella Rose. Thank you for joining for the first time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I know for some of us, it's a little later, it's a little earlier. It just depends on where you are. I wanted to jump on here tonight because I'm sitting outside on my balcony and I've got a couple conversations going on around some very controversial subjects. Toronto, right on. Kristen, Glint of Diamonds. I've got some controversial conversations going on around that new whole Alabama law, that new law in Alabama, and that's not why I'm on here. I do not want to get political. I'm saving that for the people who I consider who are on Facebook. I'm keeping that there. I wanted to jump on here tonight because I'm enjoying this evening out on my balcony. And hey, Penny. I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking at what you're doing. I'm recognizing where you are and where you are in your journey or where you are in your struggle. And I just wanted you to know that I see you. I can't message all of you because it's very time consuming to have those individual conversations, but I see you. I see what you're doing, and I see the leaps and bounds that so many of you are making to overcome this pain and this trauma in your life, and you're doing an amazing job. So that's all I really wanted to get on here and say. Yeah, you know what, Constantina, it is infuriating. Where are our men on this full-on war on women? And I don't want to get too political about it because I'm Canadian. It's a little different for us up here. But I do want to say that the conversations I've been having around it are men who are angry that we're generalizing them by having this conversation and saying, well, the men, because the post I made today on my Broadcasms account on Instagram and here on Facebook is by Evan Rachel Wood. And she said, mandatory vasectomies until you want to have children. They can be reversed. So come on, guys, let's save lives. What's that, a hard no? Why? Because it's your body and we don't get to make that choice for you? Oh, I posted that and men are so pissed off. They're so pissed off because they're being generalized. That's their argument. They're glossing over the issue and diluting the issue when they make it about the generalization. You know what I'm pissed off about? I'm pissed off that after all these years, all of these decades, we have fought for our rights as women, and all it took were 25 men to decide that those rights don't belong to us anymore. So that's what I'm pissed off about. And I'm pissed off at the men who want to gloss over the issue by making it about generalizing men. I'm not painting men with the same brush, but you cannot have this conversation without the generalization. No different than when women get generalized. So, you know, I'm boiling a little bit inside, but I'm really not making this personal. I have a personal stance in it, but in order to help men understand, we need to help them see that generalizing it and being offended about the generalization doesn't change what's happening. Stop fucking being offended and start standing up for the women in your life. Start standing up for the women, your mothers, your sisters, your daughters, your friends. Start standing up. You don't have to agree, but our rights are being taken away from us by church and state for what? For what? It's not why I wanted to get on here. But you know what? It isn't political. Their politeness is very cowardice. It's very cowardly, it's very passive aggressive, and it's absolute fucking bullshit. That's my truth on that stance. You know, nobody wants to rock the boat. In the meantime, women are being forced to make decisions that they never should have been forced to make. And we've been doing that our entire lives. And quite frankly, after 6.5 years with the narcissist and being told how to live my life, what to do, what the rights are to my body, he figured he had those rights. I'm really fucking tired of men telling me what to do with my body and what to do with my life. Damn tired of it. Men don't take that from us. They don't like being told what to do or what their rights are. And I think of my daughter, who's 29. I mean, it's not here, but it's in Alabama, and it starts in one state, and then it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going until what? We become slaves. And I know that that's quite an exaggeration, but let's be realistic. This is not where I wanted to go with this tonight, by the way. I just wanted to jump on here and tell you all how badass you are, because I'm watching you on Instagram. I'm paying attention to you on Instagram. And we're learning as women coming out of an abusive relationship how to stand up for ourselves again. Just in personal relationships, never mind against church and state. And we're finding our voices. You know, we're finding our voices. Penny's thought says, Penny Thought says, make stricter penalties for dodging child support payments and abandoning the mother after she gives birth. You know what? And how many of these conservatives and Republicans will sit here and say, and this isn't political, I'm just saying they want us to be self-sufficient, go out and get our jobs and look after ourselves, but we're forced to have children that we didn't plan for, that were caused by either rape or incest or whatever. We've done everything we can to protect our bodies from becoming pregnant, and it still didn't work. Well, now what? Now we become a liability of the state. And then we're judged for that. Bella Rose, thank you. How do you overcome 30 years of psychological abuse from an narc? Well, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's not just wishful thinking, it's a lot of work. You've got to dig deep and do the work, just like these freaking men need to do. Happily narc free New Zealand says, I'm appalled by the politics right now and feel free being in the USA. It reminds me of that show Handmaid's Tale. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And you know what I'm really tired of? Where do you start, Bella Rose? You know what? I say get a coach. Anyone here who knows me, it's get a coach, get a coach, get a coach. You need a coach to provide tools for you to help move through this. If you want to book with me, just click the link in my bio. You can book with any coach, but get one who's very aware of this abuse. You cannot do this on your own. You know, it is like the Handmaid's Tale. And let me tell you something else. This whole sex strike that the mouthpiece Alyssa Milano started doesn't serve us. Yeah, let's deny ourselves of what brings us pleasure and joy and something that we are entitled to have, and deny ourselves of that to punish men. It's ridiculous. It's the sex strike is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Sorry, it is. I'm not getting it right now anyway. If I had a chance, you think I'm going to stay on strike? I don't think so. Ain't happening. See what happens when I get really passionate? I love you guys so much. I see you. That's what this was about. That I see you. I gotta laugh at myself, because if I don't, who will? You know, Sorry, you could probably hear my ice clinking in the background. We've got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go, and we're fighting so many battles. And so many battles every day in our personal relationships, in our work relationships, in our society, in our culture. And the more we speak up, the more change we start making. I am appalled for the state of Alabama. I'm appalled how men gloss over this and dilute the issue with making it about how they're offended. Yeah, well, I'm fucking offended. What'd you say, Lawton? What did I miss? I always laugh at myself. Yeah, me too. I think I'm the funniest person I know. And if you ever spent any one-on-one time with me, you'd think I'm pretty funny too. This pretty lavender water is not water. It's gin o'clock for me because I'm an adult. That's why. This is Empress gin, which is inspired by the Empress Hotel, the Fairmont Empress Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia. And it is made with, the color comes from pea flower, the butterfly pea flower. It's blue, and that's where the color comes from. It's my favorite gin ever. Their privilege and hypocrisy offends us. Right on. Tequila's my second favorite, Lawton. You know, I am offended. I'm offended by the fact that they can sit here and turn this around and make it about themselves. Give me a break. Start standing up for your daughters, your mothers, your sisters. Start standing up for your girlfriends, for your wives. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. And I haven't had enough gin to be swearing like this. I'm just pissed off. So make me want to. Wouldn't that be fun? This really is a goal for me, you guys, is to host an event somewhere in the world, like a 2-3 day event somewhere in the world where we all come together and have workshops and have a little love fest. Yeah, Constantina, we do have to raise our sons correctly, and that's with respect for women, and women need to raise their daughters with respect for men. We've lost respect for one another. We've lost respect for one another as human beings, not men and women, just human beings. Yeah, it would be amazing. I'm gonna make it happen too. I'll make it happen. Maybe not overnight, but it's gonna happen. Come to Australia. Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Australia. You know, and that's another thing. When I came on here to tell you guys that I see you, I do see you. And I see you all over the world. All over the world. I've got people that I talk to here in Canada, all you beautiful folks down in the States, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, Spain, the list goes on, India. I'm just so in love with the internet and how we have this ability to come together. I love it. Because you know what? I was sitting here by myself going, I want to talk to people. I want to say in California, my favorite place in the world. I want to talk to people who get me. And I started scrolling through the feeds, and I started seeing you guys, and I started seeing all the great work that you're doing and all this transformational stuff that you're shifting through, and I think it's beautiful. And I thought, yeah, those are my people. Those are my people. I'm your people. We're all each other's people. We get one another. We love one another for, you know, I see the support that you all provide one another without ever meeting the other person. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So I'm not going to sit here and stay enraged. I'll get off of here and be enraged after the fact. But I'm not going to stay there. I'm not going to stay in that space. You know why? Because I got good work to do in the world. We've all got good work to do in the world. And we can do that from a place of love. And I know that sounds all hippy-dippy and folk fest type stuff, folkish, but you know what? We can make change from a place of love. We're doing it here. We're changing each other's lives every day that we show up for one another. And that's pretty fantastic. So that's all I got. I just wanted to love you guys a little bit, and then I got pissed off. So I'm glad you're all pissed off with me. Tomorrow I'm going to show up and not know what to talk about like I did today. Oh, by the way, no, there is no such thing as too much tequila and too much gin. Never. Pour freely, feel good. I posted a couple of of the lives today on YouTube if you want to go and watch the replays over there. After I said that this morning, I forgot to save it to my phone before I shared it to Instagram. So today's replay on YouTube is a screen recording. So it's got a couple of notifications that pop up, but whatever. You get to see your comments on it that way. Anyway, hi Holly in Texas. I'm going to be going to Texas this summer. I just haven't decided when. My sister's down there, so I'm going to be zipping on down to say hello to her and celebrate my birthday with my nephew. His is 2 days before mine. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and just keep babbling on. Zip over to YouTube, look up Badass Broad Coaching Company if you want to see the replays of the lives. That's where I'm going to be sharing them. Forgive me for today's. That's a screen recording. But yeah, whatever. Still us. The biggest, most badass people on the planet. Have you met you? I'm following you. I'm watching you. Love you guys and gals. And I'll see you tomorrow morning to talk about whatever. Stay badass. Holding you all in my highest energy of love and healing. I see you. I love you. Bye.